How do? So you fancy making a guitar. In fact, you might even have already made one and you just want to improve your skills a little bit. Well, I have the project for you. This will get your skills improved at least 4 times faster than just building another guitar. I'm often asked what kind of skills you need to make a guitar and what kind of tools you might need to make a guitar as well. The answer to that one is all of them, by the way. Well, to be honest, the vast majority of guitar building stuff is just simple woodworking. So here's a project where all of those skills combine in multiples to get you to practice more and more and more and more. This is the project I want you to have a go at. A simple coffee table. Not only does it get you more and more practice, it's also going to be something really nice in your home that you made. Now, you've probably got a couple of questions at this point. One of them is, that's not a guitar, what are you talking about? Well, we'll go through that in a second. The other question might be, but this is made of simple pine, and no guitar's really ever made out of pine. Well, I've specifically chosen pine for a good reason. A lot of people think this is a really easy wood to work with. So here's the shock news, it isn't. It's actually a bit of a pig to work with. Yes, your tools will cut through it very easily and quickly because it's soft wood, but that softness cannot do us a favour sometimes. It tears easily, it dings and dents really easily, so you've got to take care with your work. You've got to be accurate. You need to make sure that your tools are sharp. So if you can make a good quality item out of pine, doing it out of something like maple, mahogany, oak, whatever, it's going to be easier and better and more precise straight away, just because you've practiced on something like pine. So how does making a coffee table really link into guitar building, and how can it make you better that much quicker? Well, let's have a look at some of the parts of this build. How many guitar bodies, for instance, are only made out of one piece of wood? Not very many. Usually they're going to need a joint of some sort. Well, what do you think's happening on here? With the top shelf and the bottom shelf, we have 7 joints working through here with all these different sections of pine. That's 7 practices at joining pieces of wood with no gaps to make it look really rather special. So not only then are you practicing the actual straightening techniques, but the glue up and the clamping and making sure that everything's in the right place. All those tips and tricks that you're going to need to glue up correctly are going to happen again and again and again. So you don't have to practice with your 50, 60, 200 pounds worth of timber on the really nice stuff. You can get it done on this pine. Cheap and tricky to work with, remember. Like we said, 7 times more instead of just once or twice on one guitar. Now let's have a look at these legs. Notice that I've put a curve on each of these legs. Now I've just put one curve on each of these legs, but that's still 4 times as many curves as you would do making one neck. Now I did each of these legs with a different tool. I've used the Shinto saw rasp. I've used a spoke shave. I've even done it with a chisel. And all of these techniques can be used to create the neck profile on the back as practice for you to get a nice round shape with these kinds of hand tools. The last leg I did with a hand plane. Now you're probably not going to fit a hand plane on a guitar neck. With the heel at one end and the headstock at the other end, there probably isn't space to fit a hand plane in. But guess how I do my fretboards? Yes, I use a hand plane. To get that nice accurate radius on a fretboard, I use a plane virtually every time. So this has given me the practice to do that. Now if I'd have done all of them with the same tool, that's 4 practices. Or you get to practice with tools that you're not very competent with, or you think you want to have practice with, or you want to try a different technique. Do them all on here. And then of course, how do we join it all together? Well, with mortise and tenons. And what's a mortise and tenon if it isn't a neck pocket? Yes, that's right. You can cut out neck pockets just using hand tools. You don't have to have a template and a big nasty power router with loads of dust and noise, though obviously you can if you want. But expand your techniques, try something different, and if you can do it in the pine, you can do it in the hard stuff. And then of course, once it's all built, glued up, fixed together, there's the whole issue of sanding and finishing, lots of different parts, lots of little nooks and crannies, improving your skills in every area again and again and again. So before you start your next guitar build, maybe try a different project, something that can repeat your skills, or you can try some different tools to do the same techniques, try something, adapt something, and you've got something lovely to stick in your living room in the meantime. There's going to be lots more guitar projects coming up on this channel soon. Check out this video in the meantime, and I'll see you very, very soon. Ta-ra, God bless, see you later.